relates to establishing yourself as an executive and showcasing your executive presence. In this video, I'm going to share with you secrets, knowledge from my over 20 years of experience as a C-suite executive, a manager, and a director to share with you what most leaders miss about written communication. Did you know that how you write as a leader will either elevate or deflate your executive presence? I'm going to share with you why this is important for you to learn how you can start writing like an executive. I'm going to also share with you in this video what are some skills, some strategies that I personally have used over the years to help elevate my writing style and showcase my executive presence, not only in the written format, but verbally and of course physically as well. And then I'm going to share with you the mistakes that leaders tend to make. So if any of this sounds of interest to you, then you will absolutely want to watch this video until the very end, because I'm sharing with you real strategies, real techniques that people are not talking about on YouTube. Look at videos as it relates to executive presence that are on YouTube right now. I want you to take a look at a few of them. They talk about sometimes very philosophical, very academic definitions as it relates to executive presence. And I don't agree with all that. I've actually lived it and done it for 20 years. And so I'm sharing with you real things that actually happen and how you can actually truly set up your executive presence so you can make a bigger impact on the world and make more income in your businesses or in your careers and etc. Now, I want to preface this by saying that on YouTube, people talk about a lot of things as it relates to the executive presence, right? How you speak, how you dress, how you behave yourself, but leaders, who's talking about how you write? This is why this is the perfect time for you to absolutely join my channel and subscribe, because I'm sharing with you the topics that people are not talking about as it relates to executive leadership. Now, if you're watching this portion of the video, you are watching the replay, and I am so incredibly grateful that you are here today. There is a point in the video where I typically have people that actually join, and so give me just a few moments to say hello to everyone, welcome them, and then we're going to go ahead and start talking about how you can start writing like an executive. So I want to say hello to Victoria Lamas Linda. Hello, welcome, glad you're here today. Feel free to let me know what part of this big, beautiful world you are joining from today. And today, we're going to dive into a topic, okay? I hope you all are ready. It's Friday night. And if you are even watching this live, then I know you are an exceptional leader, because we're talking about a serious topic that will actually help you in terms of how you can write like an executive. If you're ready, then you absolutely want to subscribe to the channel. This is what I talk about. I talk about executive communication. And today we're going to be focusing in on the secrets to writing like an executive that most leaders miss. And that is how they write. And I'm going to tell you a lot of great strategies, so you definitely want to watch this live until the end. So, Batman channel, hello. Batman says, can you please say my name? My name is Zane. Hello, Zane. And Zane, believe it or not, Batman is my favorite superhero, or was when I was younger. So, glad to see you here. Alex Reber, hello, welcome. And Batman channel says hello again. All right, awesome. Well, let me know where you all are joining from today. And if you have any questions about how writing can help to elevate and showcase yourself as an executive, this is what I talk about on my channel. This channel is heavily focused on professional development. So if you are ready to really go to that next level in your career, then this is the absolute best place for you to be. Now, I want to start off by saying, why is writing so important when you're trying to establish yourself as an executive? What is it about writing also? So before I go into writing, let me see what's going on in the chat. So Batman channel says, I love Batman too. I'm starting my own channel of Batman. Thank you. Oh, really? Okay, awesome. Well, everyone that's watching, Batman channel has a channel. Batman channel is developing, and that's great. That's fantastic. Well, awesome. Well, let me know. Subscribe to my channel. Let me know when your channel is out, and I will definitely take a look at it. Absolutely. Okay, so writing as an executive. This is critically important. Let me share with you why this is a big deal. when you're trying to set yourself as a executive presence and trying to set your executive presence up, a lot of times, as I mentioned earlier in my live, that people tend to just focus on how you speak, how you dress, how you behave, how you conduct yourself, and etc. Well, what I want to share with you is that this is important, but how you write is just as important as well. If you write in a very non concise, rambling type of way, people will perceive you that way as it relates to your executive presence. Now, this is not what you want to do. If you're trying to elevate yourself as a professional, then this is why you are hopefully subscribed to my channel or watching this video, because writing can actually help you to set yourself apart, especially as it relates to your executive presence. This is something that people are not talking about on YouTube. They talk about all these other type of character traits you need to have, but you also need to be able to write very well. So I'm going to share with you what are some strategies, some tips that you can actually do to help write at that higher level while you are communicating at a higher level. But before I go into that, let me go into the chat. So Batman Channel says, I just subscribed. Oh, well, thank you, Batman Channel. Well, if you have your channel, I'll make sure I subscribe to yours also. I love your channel so much. I just got on it and I love it. Oh, well, awesome. Well, thank you. Yes, I'm here trying to elevate you as a leader. I focus on communication and really advanced level communication, because if you can master these higher level communication skills, and you will automatically stand out regardless of where you go. You can use any of this information I'm sharing with you, depending on if you're doing live videos on your Batman channel, or if you're going to be doing some recordings. The information I'm sharing with you will help you be able to communicate at a higher level. And there's a lot of YouTube channels out there, but believe it or not, the content space is actually very small. It's a big world, but there's a small amount of people that are actually on here making channels. So I just really want to say congratulations and support you on that. I know I'm going a bit off topic, but I know how challenging it is to set up your YouTube channel, to make a decision to do your YouTube channel, to set it up, to build and to grow, and etc. So keep going with it. You're going to have a great channel. You're going to have a lot of fun, and that is exciting. So it's going to be great. I had the opportunity to be invited to YouTube's live streamer research panel because I live stream so much. So if you have any questions specifically as you're trying to grow your channel, Batman channel, then just let me know, and I'll help you any way that I can. I'll share you with you some of the strategies that I've been doing over the past couple of months or so. I started my live streaming journey in January, February this year, and I was invited to YouTube to be a live streamer on the research panel in May. So I did a lot. So if you need some help, let me know. All right, Juanita, I'm better than you. Hello, welcome. How you doing today? Glad to know you are present. So Juanita, I'm better than you. Okay, said, I would like to learn how to grow my channel. Okay, fantastic. So I will talk to you about that, and just give me 1 moment. Let me at least finish up with what I want to mention about writing. And Juanita, I'll give you some tips and some strategies that have helped me to start growing my channel also. So hang in there with me. I will absolutely give you some insights today. So one of the things, and some of the things I'm mentioning too, will help you with your channel also. So just kind of keep that in mind, especially if you're doing posting, like your community posts on your channel. Absolutely. You're so welcome. Juanita, I'm better than you said. Thank you. Of course, I'm here to support you. So how can you write better like an executive? So if you're in a formal setting, or you're sending emails and you're sending communications to people, one rule of thumb that I always want to share with people is the following. It is always okay if you communicate in a more formal type of way than if you communicate in a less formal or more lax type of way. So let me give you an example. I received a message from someone, and I'm not going to say names, but this person, I've never spoken with her before. We were interacting, and she sent me a message saying, "Hey girl, hey." And I'm thinking, no, that's not the way you want to communicate in a formal way for somebody you've never met. Maybe good morning, good afternoon, good evening, even hello or greetings. Always err on the side of being more formal than being too lax in your communication. I know sometimes when we're in the middle of doing things and we're talking and we're having a conversation, we just are speaking like we normally would speak, and that's fine. But if you're trying to establish yourself as an executive, as I'm talking about in this particular video, you want to communicate in your written format in a more formal way because it showcases you as being a leader. Now, before I go into the next step, we have Cinmatarian. Hello, welcome. Glad you're here today. Just wanted to say hello. Okay, so we talked about writing. So write more in a more formal type of way if you can, okay? This will be very helpful to you as you're setting yourself as an executive. The second strategy I want to share with you, in addition to writing in a more formal type of way, is to make sure that you review what you're saying. So, for instance, we have Batman channel and we have Juanita, I'm better than you. Okay, they're wanting to grow their channels. So an example of this is the following, that you can do this by how you are communicating also in a written type of format, because sometimes when we're working, I've done it too, and you're typing, you're trying to get these posts out, right? You're trying to get the post out, do what you have to do. You just click send. Well, what I did as a C-suite executive for over 20 years, I actually took some time and I reviewed my messages at least 3 times before I would actually click send. Now, before I go into that strategy, let me see what's going on in the chat. Alex Reber says, I subscribed and I liked it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And okay, Alex Reber says, I have to go by. Well, glad you stopped by. Feel free to watch the live. And if you're ready to really go to that next level, then definitely spend some time on my live videos. I will help you. Now, as I mentioned, taking some time and reviewing what you are saying at least 3 times will help you on your executive presence journey. If you do that, this will be very, very insightful because you are double checking, triple checking what you're saying to make sure that it's concise, it's accurate, you do not have any grammatical errors, and etc. So this is a great strategy for you to do if you are at that point where you are trying to elevate how you communicate. And even if you're doing your post on your YouTube channel, for those of you who are trying to grow your channel, then you want to make sure your posts are free of grammatical errors and everything is very, very concise. So this is very important. This is very, very important in any conversation that you're having, but especially when you're posting as well. Now, the other strategy I'll mention to you also is to make sure that everything in terms of what you're saying is very, very concise. Very concise. It doesn't need to be too long or too much of a long conversation. My rule of thumb is emails are meant for some light communication, but you do not necessarily need to write an entire book. So make sure when you're writing your comments or responding to your comments, for those of you that are growing your YouTube channels, comments can be very helpful, but you don't have to write an entire long paragraph responding back to somebody. So you don't have to do that. Now, I do want to say one more thing before I get into Juanita, I'm Better Than You, and hopefully Batman channel also to kind of support them on their journey as it relates to YouTube, is that there's a lot of mistakes that leaders actually make when it comes to executive presence in a written format. And I'm going to share those with you very, very quickly because I know we have some other things we're going to talk about. So one of the mistakes or I would say issues that leaders make as it relates to writing in a format and that causes them to not communicate like an executive in the written format is they'll be too short. They will be way too short. There will be no structure to the email. So you have to have a structure. Some type of greeting in the beginning, the person's name, good afternoon, Mary, or good afternoon, Mr. Smith, or whatever the case may be. There needs to be a body and there needs to be a closing. Greet, all the best, warmly, warm regards, sincerely, something like that. There should be a structure to your communication. It shouldn't be so short where it's just one sentence. It can be one sentence, but you still want to have some type of overall aspect of there's some formal to the structure. So before I go into the other mistakes I see leaders make, I want to say hello to ETC Pro. Hello, welcome. Glad you're doing well today. And I appreciate you being here. Let me know if you have any questions as it relates to being able to communicate at a higher level in the written format. We're actually about to go into a different topic here in terms of growing YouTube channels. I did get a question from Juanita, I'm Better Than You, and so I'm about to talk about her question in just a moment. But if you have any questions for me specifically as it relates to how you're communicating, then let me know. And Alex Reber, welcome back. I see that you said hello. Now, as I mentioned to you, sometimes the messages may be a little too short that you're sending back and you're writing, it might be one sentence. It comes across as just too short, way too short, and it comes across as very abrupt. So if you're trying to communicate like an executive, there should be some very structured response that you have. Always have some kind of template in place in terms of what you want to do. Second is sometimes people ramble too much. They talk too much in their emails, and so you'll send an email and you'll get an email about this long back about all these other things that are not, they're important, but they don't need to necessarily be in writing. So just be very concise in your communication, especially when you're writing, because how you present yourself is the way that people will perceive you. And you could be doing all of these amazing things to enhance your executive presence. You're working with me. You've contacted me for a strategy session, which, by the way, is in the description below if you want to have some support in terms of how you're writing, etc. But you're doing all these wonderful things. But if you are writing in a very lax type of way that's not at that higher level, then all of the work you're doing to build your executive presence is not going to help you. So make sure you focus on writing. As I mentioned at the beginning of this live, people do not talk about this that much. And this is something that I'm sharing with you because I've seen it over my 20 years of experience being in these very high stakes, high pressure situations, that how you write is very, very important. Now, I want to go into Juanita I'm Better Than You's question as it relates to how do you grow your YouTube channel. So if you have any questions as it relates to written communication and etc., feel free to put those in the chat. But I want to go into Juanita's question because I think it's a very good question to answer, even though that's not necessarily the purpose of the live today. But, I'm here to support you all on your journey. Ask me anything. I will give you whatever insight I can, just as long as I'm able to at least get the main thing and main topic out so that I can help you elevate yourselves as you are communicating as leaders. So Juanita, I'm Better Than You. There's a lot that you can do to grow your channel. And it really just depends specifically if you're still on, and if you're not still on, that's fine. Just let me know in the comments below what you're doing right now, and I'll give you my humble opinion in terms of how you can elevate your channel. But there's a lot of things that you can do. So first, what is your channel about? So first thing is, what is your channel about? Is what specific topic? And your content should be geared towards that individual or those people that are going to likely want to watch your content. So having some deep reflection in terms of what specifically it is that you want to have your channel discuss or talk about is very important to growth, because you have to know what do you want to talk about. Now, oftentimes, different content creators or influencers like myself, they may not know what they want to talk about. And I usually would tell them, well, what are the things that you're most passionate about? So for me specifically, I'm incredibly passionate about public speaking, leadership communication, executive presence, hard situations, difficult conversations. That's just that is my realm of expertise. So for Juanita, I'm Better Than You, then you have to figure out what it is that you can talk about all day long, literally. And that will be something for you to start with. The next strategy I would say in terms of how to grow your YouTube channel is to start your channel. So for instance, earlier in the live, Batman Channel mentioned that Batman Channel is starting a Batman channel. And starting a channel is a great way to get started. Having some type of logo, having some type of banner is helpful. If you are not sure what to do with your banner for your channel, then find someone to make one for you. A great resource to help you as you are making a banner for your channel is Fiverr. I know my banners personally was done on Fiverr, and I like my banner that I have on my YouTube channel. So having some type of visual representation of yourself is very, very, very important. Think of your YouTube channel almost as a business. Now, a lot of people on YouTube may use their YouTube channel not for a business. I personally do, but think of it as a business. So when you have somebody, your business is on the street and they're walking by and they see your business, what helps your business to actually stand out? What does it visually look like to other people? And so you want to have a channel banner for your YouTube channel for sure. And look at your homepage. Make sure your about section is what you want it to be. There's a way for them to contact you. If you have any social media accounts, then definitely link those, because people will tend to find you, because sometimes on YouTube, it's hard to have that DM interaction because it's just comments. But if you have your social media links and you're actually sending your YouTube out to those links, then people can cross-reference and look at your YouTube channel and say, oh, she has an account on Instagram, or she has an account on Facebook, she has an account on X, or she has an account on LinkedIn. So that's a great way to start building your channel also. Another strategy that's helped me is to let people know about your channel. So you may have some videos specifically for you that have been very, very helpful in terms of maybe perhaps you're giving guidance on something specifically or something along those lines. And if you have a video that you find to be a very good video, perhaps you've received a lot of views on the video, maybe the video has received a lot of comments, then this video is something that you want to share to other people. So for instance, when I have someone that I've communicated with and they are wanting to be a prospective client of mine, or maybe they want to be a prospective client, but they're not a client just yet, then this is an opportunity for me to be able to send them a video on my YouTube channel. So I'll send them a video that gets them into my world. So they look at it, hopefully they watch more videos, and then hopefully they'll end up contacting me for services in the future or potentially subscribing. So really promoting your channel is very, very, very important. Juanita, I'm Better Than You. It's a really great opportunity for you to cross promote yourself across different platforms. So we talked about social media. You definitely want to post consistently. Whatever consistently is for you is what it is for you. But post your channel. Maybe you're having a video, or you're going to do a live premiere. Maybe you're going to do a live or something along those lines. That will be helpful. And then when you're talking to people in your DMs, etc., send them your YouTube channel link. Send them the YouTube channel link. Send them the actual video you want them to watch. You may say, this may help you on your journey, whatever it is, Juanita, I'm Better Than You, in terms of what you're talking about. But send your YouTube channel out to the individuals you are interacting with. Another way for you to grow your YouTube channel is to be consistent. So I'll give you my and this is the actual honest, and I'll be honest with you all the time, but this is what happened to me specifically as it relates to growing my YouTube channel. Now, what happened for me personally is that I was posting some recorded videos before, did not get a lot of traction with them. The two things that helped my channel to start growing were to submit YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts are a great way for your channel to grow. And then also I did YouTube Lives. So if many of you, as I mentioned in the very beginning of this live, when I was talking about Batman channel in terms of his channel coming up, I am a member, or was invited to be a part of the YouTube live streamer research panel, and I'm on this panel for the next year. So they're going to reach out to me as it relates to different surveys, responses, insights, and etc. on how to shape live streaming specifically here on YouTube. And that was an honor for me, and I didn't really expect it, but what got me there? So what I did, and this is how you get growth too. So what I did specifically was that I went live. I went live consistently. It was at a very difficult time in my life, to be quite candid with you all. Had a lot of things going on. One day we'll talk about it. But had a lot of stuff going on with me where I was juggling a lot, and I still was going live because I still want to be present for you all as my amazing audience and leaders. And so I went live consistently. I was going live basically Monday through Friday consistently. And I didn't know that I was gaining traction from YouTube. I had no clue. I literally had no clue that I was getting traction from YouTube until I received an email in May. And they contacted me and asked me, would you be interested in being in our panel? I said yes. I had to fill out a survey. I had to fill out a form to qualify me and make sure I'm eligible to be a part of it. But they contacted me, and I went ahead and signed up for it. And so I'm on the panel right now. I mention that because consistency is key. Every platform is going to be different, but we're specifically talking about YouTube. YouTube is a platform where you can get some visibility. Now, you may be wanting to get these viral views. Everybody wants to have viral views. Well, sometimes your video may not be viral views. You may not get them. It takes a little while for you to start claiming something. So for instance, I would say for Juanita, in terms of what she's looking for to grow her YouTube channel, you can actually think about what hashtags do you want to claim? Like, what is your hashtag? So for instance, my hashtags are executive presence, women leaders, interview tips, communication skills, confidence, public speaking. These are the hashtags that I have associated with my channel because this is what I want people to look for and I want them to find me. Now, of course, there's a sea of individuals here on YouTube, but I genuinely believe the more that you're consistent with your posting on YouTube, the more that you will be able to gain some additional insight in terms of how you can elevate and really grow yourself as it relates to your channel, because people will start to recognize you and you'll start to, I'd say, claim hashtags that are specific for you. So if you look up my channel specifically, especially my lives, every single one of my lives says executive presence. Like every single one of them has executive presence because that is the name that I want to claim, because that is my realm of expertise as it relates to my channel. So finding that niche, what is important to you that you're going to talk about, and claiming it and just putting it on everything. So as people start to search for it, your videos will hopefully start circulating into their feed. Doing YouTube Shorts is a phenomenal way to grow your channel. I will tell you, last year, year before last, I had some of the largest growth in my channel, but I had more growth doing lives, but I had a lot of growth when I was posting YouTube Shorts consistently. I was doing them daily. It gets into the Shorts feed. So those are all great ways to help you be able to grow your channel. So for Batman channel that joined the live today, and for Juanita I'm Better Than You that joined the live today, these are some strategies that I have done to help grow my channel. My channel is, of course, a still small channel, and I'm grateful for everyone that subscribed to my channel, but it has grown and I have started to see some growth, and I have noticed that this is something that's really important. And I appreciate you mentioning that. I may, believe it or not, actually do a video on this, specifically maybe a live, possibly. I may do something on an off day, because I see people out there in YouTube world, and it can be very, very, very challenging. It can be very discouraging if you're not receiving views. I completely understand. I've been there, I've done that. And I do believe that this is an opportunity for you to share your message with the world and to make the world a better place. And so anything I can do to support you, even though this is not necessarily executive communication, like my level of expertise specifically, but anything I can share with you to help you all on your journey as you're trying to navigate yourselves and grow your YouTube channel, etc., I'm here to help you. So because that question was asked, and I do feel like sometimes you just need to hear from smaller creators that are just like starting out just like you, or maybe a step above, or maybe have more followers than you, then this may be a video that I actually do for my channel on, let's say, like a Friday evening. So just stay tuned. Maybe I do that on a Friday evening, because I do think this is a good topic. Anybody that's trying to start their YouTube channel and launch their YouTube channel, I know how hard it is. I know it's hard, and there's days you don't want to do it, but you have to just keep at it. And that's the best guidance I would give to both of the people that were joining the live today that are trying to grow their YouTube channel, is to just keep consistent at it, and you just have to find your lane. The keys to growing right now is going to be your YouTube Shorts. That's going to be a fantastic way, because that goes out to everybody. And then we could talk about shorts and strategies and things like that. And I would also say, start working on your lives. Start working on your lives. And if you need some support, because live streaming is completely different, leaders, than just talking to people one-on-one. Totally different ballgame. You will have a lot of things that happen. But I do want to say that specifically, live streaming is something that has helped my channel to grow. It's helped me gain recognition with YouTube, which I did not even expect that I was going to have. So those are the strategies I would share. I hope that the strategies I gave to you are very helpful on your journey to help you really go to that next level as you're trying to really grow your YouTube channel. People ask that all the time. How do you grow your YouTube channel? How do you do it? And there's so much out there, where you have people that have grown their channels, and they have millions of followers. They have a lot going on, and then sometimes you kind of you don't get that. I'm actually talking to a one-on-one person as to what it is. So just for YouTube, Batman channel, subscribe. So I'm gonna do it for Batman channel also, and I'm also gonna do it for 180 I'm Better Than You. I will give both of you a shout out in the video. I'm gonna do a live specifically on that, and I'll let you know when I do it. It'll probably be on an off day when I'm not doing normal content creation. Typically I do content live specifically Tuesday through Friday, unless something happens and I can't make it. But this is a good topic. I think it's a good topic, even though it's a little bit different than what my main focus is. But obviously it's something that people want to learn a lot more about in terms of how to grow your YouTube channel. And I would be more than happy to share with you my perspective, what's helped my channel to grow, and some strategies that I'm doing to help my channel to continue to grow so that I can make a bigger impact on other people. So I hope this information has been helpful to you. If you are still watching this video now, then you have spent a lot of time with me. And if you spent this much time with me, then you should subscribe to my channel. This is a great opportunity for you to learn not only specific types of skills as it relates to just growth as a professional, as a woman in leadership, as a man in leadership, but also in different things too. We've talked about Bitcoin on our channel. We've talked about different types of things, but we've also talked about just a plethora of things. So I appreciate you all for being here today. So let me take a look at the chat. So I have Silent Thunder. Hi. Okay. Silent Thunder. I changed my user, but it's me, Sophia. Oh, hi, Sophia. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. I am doing well. Sophia asked, how are you doing? I'm doing fantastically well. Sophia, we actually just had a really interesting live. I'll summarize it up for you. And for those of you who are watching, Sophia has been on my channel a few times, and so I want to bring her up to speed. We just talked about how to write like an executive. So there's a lot of mistakes that people end up making when they're trying to communicate at a higher level. They forget about the written communication. So writing in a formal way, there's a lot of things we talked about in the live. We actually had a couple people on the channel that were asking how to grow their YouTube channels. And so I just gave a pretty good summary in terms of how to grow your YouTube channel, what you can do, and some of these strategies I use to help my channel to grow. And I'm planning on having a video specifically about that. So Sophia, if you have any questions specifically for me as it relates to being able to write in a more formal way, or how to really start elevating your executive presence in your leadership, then let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. It's so good to see you again virtually, and I hope all is going well with you. So while I'm looking to see if there's any additional questions, I mentioned to you all, there's a couple things that I am working on right now. I have a podcast that I'm going to be launching here in Q4. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be just very candid conversations in leadership and in communication. So it's going to be a podcast you're absolutely going to want to take a look at and follow. There is also a bit of changes you're going to see on my platforms. You'll see some of the language on my bio change here very soon. You will also see a change in terms of how to contact me. I have a business cell phone number now, so you're welcome to text me if you have questions specifically, and I can support you there. I'm also doing a few things to a vehicle, and just because you all have been a part of my journey, and I appreciate you all so much, I'm going to get something together, and I'm going to send you a picture, and I'm going to see what you all think. Let's see if you all respond to my post. I hope so. But I'm actually doing a couple things to gain a bit more local visibility here in the wonderful sunshine state of Florida, and just supporting you all. There's a lot of major changes happening with my business, and I'm really here to support you all. I have different ways to help you on your journey. If you're not quite sure of what you want to do, or how you want to start, or what is it like working with me, feel free to take a look at my LinkedIn services page. I have a lot of great reviews there of clients that I work with. And then you're also welcome to just sign up for a strategy session. It is in the description below, and it is a complimentary call for now, where we just talk about where you are, where you want to be, and how we can help you elevate in your career and go to that next level, regardless of where you are, whether you are trying to prepare for a high stakes interview, or maybe you're trying to transition into a different role, or you're trying to do something differently. I'm here to support you on your journey, and we can have just a conversation about it. I specifically work with women in leadership, in terms of my audience, in terms of my clients, but on my YouTube channel, the content I'm sharing with you truly does transcend gender. And so it doesn't matter if you're a woman in leadership, a man in leadership. What I'm sharing with you is absolutely going to help you on your journey, regardless of who you are and etc. So that's why I'm here to support everybody, men and women alike. I want us to elevate ourselves in terms of how we communicate, because I believe that people become great by how they communicate, and I want to help you unlock that greatness in you. So I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next live video. I will be live next week, next Tuesday, going Tuesday through Friday. And I'll tell you when I'll plan to do a live to grow the YouTube channel in terms of my experience. I'll do a live for that. And it may be something I do, as I mentioned, on an off day. It might be on a Saturday morning when my kids are asleep, when it's quiet. I may do it then. So I will let you all know. But it's something I see there's a need for it. And I know when I was starting out my YouTube journey, I looked at all the videos too, and I just wasn't sure what I should do. And I've been told, believe it or not, I was told by a content creator that has millions of followers, and I'm not going to say the name, but this content creator specifically told me that YouTube does not push out lives. And believe it or not, that was completely incorrect. And this person has a wealth of knowledge and experience on YouTube. So I say that to emphasize why sometimes it's good to just hear from people in terms of what they've been doing, not necessarily all the time individuals that maybe have millions of followers, which is good. It's always good to have millions of followers, but there's some things that you may learn something new that you really didn't know. So I look forward to seeing you all next week in our lives, and I hope you have an amazing weekend. If you have any questions, let me know. Put them in the comments below. I will answer them for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.